Okay, guys, we are here getting ready for the final assembly of the UltraGuard pointer for the small scale group build for 2026. It's a very interesting little kit, and by little I do mean tiny. I mean, look at this thing. My hand can cover the entire kit. As the body comes in these 5 separate parts, well, not including the bumper, 7 separate parts. Chassis is 1 part. We have wheels and tires. And then there are the mirrors and this antenna-like device here, which I don't really know what it is. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. But it's an interesting little kit. Now, we see the chassis here. I wanted to show you guys what the assembly process is on this, because I find that to be also extremely interesting. It's almost like a Lego, or maybe I think those Revell quick build, I think they call them quick build kits, or quick click kits, where you have just all these little posts where the parts will just slot right into them and lock into place and press fit. It really is a cool little way that they've come up with to assemble this thing. I mean, it does look like a bit of a Lego piece. I mean, basically all you're going to do is install the parts, press them into place. That's the front bumper, the rear bumper. Just press them right into place and you're done. That's how easy it is to assemble these little things. Now, if we look at the instructions here, we follow the steps to assembling the little car. We're going to install the rear of the body. And the rear of the body has 2 different options. You can either close this these 2 rear sections here with a solid panel. Let me show you guys right here. The solid panel, which are supposed to represent the rear windows, can go in place of the guns, which I have chosen to put in here because they just look really cool. These would have black decals just like all the other windows and would represent the rear glass of the car. But I thought the guns looked way cooler. So I also painted the lower platform that the guns sit on a little bit darker than the rest of the body. I just kind of wanted them to look like something that's inside the car as opposed to being the same color as the body. So once again, here we go. Here's our assembly process. Just, let's see, line them up and press it into place. It's a really nice, tight, solid fit. Again, Bandai quality is renowned in the industry. And there we go. There's the rear of the car. The rest of the assembly goes exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep assembling it. And then we're going to come back with the full reveal of the car, because you don't want to spoil it just yet. And I still have to attach the mirror and the antenna. So when we come back, we'll have the full reveal of the UltraGuard pointer for the 2026 small scale group build. Okay guys, and here it is, the big reveal of the Ultra Guard Pointer, otherwise known as the Japanese Batmobile from the Ultraman Super 7 show. It's a really cool custom car from some great 1960s Japanese sci-fi. If you guys ever get a chance, check the show out. It is on YouTube, and it's just as cool and as campy and as silly as you would expect the 1960s sci-fi show to be. And I enjoyed the episodes that I've seen, and I think you guys will too if you're into that kind of thing. She's all finished all together, and let me tell you something, this was a really cool build. It's tiny, but take a look at all the details that they pack into this thing. I mean, it's incredible. I'm totally blown away by it. Everything from the rear end detail, the side profile detail. I mean, look at the way all those decals lay down and just really give you tons and tons of really visually interesting stuff to look at. And that front end is amazing. I mean, let me just give you an idea. That's my hand behind it. This thing fits in the palm of my hand. That's how tiny it is. Matter of fact, let me just show you guys something. I'm going to put it in the palm of my hand so you guys can see really just how tiny this thing is. But look at those details. And even though it doesn't have an interior, it still just builds up really cool. Now, this car was originally a Chrysler Imperial. I mean, look at that. Look at the grille detail in that. Look at the lights, the machine guns in the front. I'm going to guess those are machine guns. And let's look at the rear end detail. I mean, look at that. I mean, there's just so much there. And then if we look at the chassis, take a look at that, guys. I mean, there was so much to do down here. I didn't even mind that it was just a simple one-piece chassis. There was just so much to paint, and that in itself was a lot of fun to do. You know, even the wheels and tires, a lot of fun. Well, they were a little tricky to get done. If you watch the video, I think I go over how much trouble I had with the wheels and tires. But again, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Not really sure what the scale is on this thing, but it's tiny. I'm gonna say that it's somewhere between 143rd and 164th scale, somewhere in there. Not really sure, maybe 150th. I don't know. I would have no idea what scale this is. I just know that it's really cool. And as you can see, all those decals that this thing brings that are spread all over the body. I mean, it really does pay a great homage to the real car. Everything from the license plates all the way to the TDF markings scattered throughout the body. Now, the one thing I will point out, which is an oddity that I noticed, is that the side markings on the doors, they should mirror each other, and one side should be the opposite of the other in order to have them appear the same on the car. And they don't. Both markings are exactly the same, and means that one of them is backwards. Which one that is, I don't know. But one of them is backwards, but that's the way Bandai made it, so I guess that's the way we're putting it on the car. Now, the build is incredibly detailed, and I'm mostly happy with the way it came out. I did make a few mistakes here and there, mostly because I just didn't know much about the car and what it was supposed to look like or what all the details were supposed to be. But overall, I am really happy with it. Like I said, some of the details I don't really have ironed out yet, such as these two little bumps on the rear wings. I think those are lights. I am not sure. So I'm going to look up some reference information on that. this big antenna periscopy looking thing on the front fender. Have no idea what that is or what it's supposed to look like. So I haven't actually painted that. The mirrors were also a last minute addition. But overall, I am really digging this tiny little thing. This is part of the Mecha collection from Bandai. And they have quite a few kits in this tiny little Mecha collection. Guys, I recommend you guys pick them up. It's they're a little frustrating in how tiny some of these little pieces are, because those mirrors are, I mean, wow, getting those things in the fenders was a little bit of a pain. But they snap together easily. The applying all the decals, they just go on beautifully. One thing you do have to be careful with, though, is that they are very, very thin. So applying decal solvent helps a lot, but don't overdo it, because they melt very easily. So that's it, guys. I'm going to leave you with a couple more beauty shots of the Ultra Guard pointer and call it a wrap for the 2026 small scale group build. And I hope when 2027 comes around, I have the time to join in again, because this was the last minute jump into this group build and it was a blast. So I want to say thanks to the 60s Rule channel and Grumpy Greg's Models and Toys, because you guys held a great group build. I really enjoyed it, and I hope to try it again next year. So that's it, guys. I'm going to let you go now, and I will see you guys on the next one.